FM 96.7 for We Little But with Talawa, a program highlighting Jamaicans who are making significant contributions abroad and their impact on our communities. That's We Little But with Talawa, every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. with a repeat on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
Fit FM, in association with the William Nim Memorial Baptist Church, Falmouth, presents Word from the Mountain each Sunday morning at 8 a.m. So join the members of the William Nim Memorial Baptist Church at 8 a.m. Sunday mornings for Word from the Mountain on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
Tune into Word Break this and every Sunday with the Reverend Junior Rutti on Fit FM 96.7. Fit FM, your life, your music.
This is my awakening.
Hour of Prayer Global Gospel Ministries Cooper's Trelawney presents the Hour of Awakening, Sundays at 3 p.m. on Fit FM 96.7. Join Apostle Carolyn Graham and Pastor Kemish Lawson Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Hour of Awakening, a ministry of the Hour of Prayer Global Gospel Ministries, Cooper's Trelawney.
The Heart's Place and Wellness Center, located at 103 Main Street in Ocho Rios, now has a new location at 21 Queen Street in Falmouth, Trelawney, offering ECG, echocardiograms, stress test, 24-hour blood pressure monitoring, and adult cardiology consultations. Our opening hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. To schedule an appointment, call 876-417-5164, 876-228-8124, or email us at info@theheartplaceja.com. With a healthy heart, the beat goes on.
Set this up, we mean this. Yeah, so you come get your tablet. And all when you left man, you happy come back on me. Know you happy buy one of them your laptop. Best of business, a serious business. We sell all electrical appliances and all of your car accessories. Come a get stop, you know no problem.
Best Apps Technology, Shop 25, Champion Plaza, Falmouth, Trelawney. Telephone 876-394-5484. Best Apps, we only deliver the best.
Do you have home repairs or maybe a renovation? How about a fresh coat of paint with a splash of customized color? Visit Carib Sales Hardware in Duncan's, Trelawney, and let us help you with everything you need for your home. You name it, we have it. Call us at 876-954-2220. Carib Sales Hardware. You name it, we have it.
Cultural Mix, an exciting radio show identifying and showcasing cultural diversity across the world through music, interviews, and lively discussions. Join Bev Moon on Fit FM 96.7, Fridays 6 to 8 p.m. Cultural Mix, everything cultural. Tune in. Fit FM 96.7, your life, your music.
Know yourself, know your roots, know your culture. You're in tune to Cultural Mix with Bev Moon and Fit FM 96.7, Fridays 6 to 8 p.m. I-Maa-Ra said that.
Last night I had a dream upon the four corners of the world, shone the light of love. erasing our hatred, greed, and pain, revealing to man what life's really worth. Yeah, 1,000 years, 1,000 years, 1,000 years of peace. 1,000 years, 1,000 years, 1,000 years of peace. Last night I had a dream. War was an obstacle of the past, buried in the history book. Racism was no more, extinguished by a ray of hope. Yeah. 1,000 years, 1,000 years, 1,000 years of peace. 1,000 years, 1,000 years, 1,000 years of peace.
Righteousness cover the earth. You know, so mega try singing. You know, mega try singing about that. You just Julia bad. It is Friday, folks, and it is April 16. And we are in the studios of Fit FM 96.7, Your Life, Your Music. I am Bev Moon, your host for Cultural Mix, and we are really happy to be here this evening. A few persons already are saying present. My friend Gracia Chuku Thompson, she mark her register mark already. Now she's a present. K, good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Stewart. K, welcome to you, man. I tell you, there are some good people still around, and K Hay is one of them. Big up my sister. The theme song, 1,000 Years, 1,000 Years I-Maa-Ra, and he's with us this evening. But we're going to get to I-Maa-Ra in a little while. We are saying we are grateful to be here. It's your Friday evening program, Cultural Mix. And of course, we want you to stay with us until the end of the program, around about 8 o'clock there, right? So we want all the people to check in right about now. Fit FM Facebook page online. We also want you to go online, www.fitfmja.com, or on the radio band 96.7. We want everybody to check in. If you're on my Facebook page, we want you to check in. We want all the districts, all the parishes, everybody to check in, all the countries. We want everybody to check in as usual. So we say check in one, check in all. And as you check in on Facebook, you tell us where we are, where you are. Hope Town, listen. Okay. So thank you, my friend Chuku. She's telling me that Hope Town is listening. So we are shouting out Hope Town, Denton. Where are you? You're in a Portmore or are you in a town? Wherever you are, big up Hope Town, Denton. Philip Servo, greetings and blessings, my brother. Dr. Asha, as usual, we want to big you up. All the people who are tuning so early. Paulette Denson, we want for you to stay with us until the end of the program. It promises to be really, really awesome. Derwin, and you know Derwin is our ever faithful, ever sure over there in London. Greetings to the king and queen. Big up Fit FM with the blem and the stem. You know, Derwin is a poet, you know. So we thank you so much, Derwin, for tuning in as early as we're on. So, you know, we're going to say Akwaba. Akwaba, of course, is our African word for welcome. On social media, we want to welcome everybody. All the social media platforms, we are also telling you from early, call or text 876-482-4944 or 876-317-1991. You can check out my YouTube channel. You can also check me on Facebook, Bev Moonchild Culture and Lifestyle. Instagram, it's Bev Moonchild. Please I want you to share this program with your friends and tell them to share it with other people too, because we want the program to grow. We want the station to grow. We want everybody, all right, to make sure that we're big abroad and we're bigger here just the same. So we want to thank everybody who have been listening, and we want you to continue listening. For those of you who are joining for the first time, though, Cultural Mix is a program. We say all things cultural. We observe cultural practices and we highlight cultural traditions, cultural diversities. We do interviews, and guess what? A lot of people tune in for the music because we play music, and it's not the everyday music that we play. Our listeners interact with us, whether text or call, and that is what we feed on. Cultural Mix, of course, is an interactive program, and we want for you to continue to interact with us every Friday as you join with us. Listen, we want to say thank you quickly, and we want to thank Clement Jabba Gordon. Last week we had a quick talk with him, but Donnery Muirhead, wherever you are, Mama, I'm telling you, you're a powerhouse. Passionate discussion we had last week with Donnery. We appreciate your efforts that you're making to have a difference in this country. We will not relent, Donnery, and we will not be silenced. Thank you, Mama. It is Friday. It is April 16, and we want you to stay with us. Kay, we shout you out already, you know, and we're going to shout you out again over there in Portland, where the cool breeze and the rain is. Thank you so much, everyone. Last week in talking to Donnery, we said that there's a culture of silence in the country. And the culture of saying, me no business, and, you know, me I close my eye and me I walk and whatever. Guess what, people? That is going to be our downfall. We can't turn our eyes one side on things that are wrong. And a whole heap of things that go wrong in this country. And a whole heap of people are turn them eye blind, right? So guess what? We're going to stop for a little, hear a little music, and then we come back right into the discussion that we have lined up for you. It is Cultural Mix, Fit FM 96.7. And of course, you know, I am your host, Bev Moon Child.
Rastafari decree inheritance tribes taken into a land of traffic, where the people regard not the person of the old, nor the young son. Speak a riddle unto the rebellious nation, and say unto them, what is your mother? Lioness, principally rock solid of an empress. When she be strong, the whole line neighbors rest. When she be storm, she literalize the tempest. Yes, yes. Babylon, you ain't even deep, no. Deep a manipulation to scatter the nets. Concept of the demon mother with son fatherless. And any day she put to the test, every day she put to the test. But who can find a virtuous woman? Who can find a virtuous woman? Her loyalty is the priceless. She deliver right to no peace confess. Lioness, yes, yes, lioness, principally rock solid of an empress. When she be strong, the whole eye neighbors rest. When she be storm, she literalize the tempest. Yes, yes. To defend who she got, whatever the state of the nation, she not dispossess. She the iron knife, she the best. Whatever work from the goblins of high tech, togetherness iron high tech and make. Lioness, principally rock solid of an empress. When she be strong, the whole eye neighbors rest. When she be storm, she literalize the tempest. Yes, yes. To fully go sick upon a trespass. He come like Zion, the wicked man coming after. Well, it's a lion's every poop at a room, macaroon. Hey, when it's a holy fire, royal lakasha. Monkey would not climb. Come reinstate that, yeah. Respect Rasta. Atala Melchizedek Ada. Hey, lioness. When she be strong, the whole line neighbors rest. When she be strong, she literalize the tempest. Yes, yes. Build the regard for the truth by being makers
see. She really know me flex, flighty, orderless. Straight moving for me. Disrespect, stay back. When they see her highly, carrying herself highly. Carrying herself highly. Carrying herself highly. Lioness. Principally rocks at the top and empress. When she be strong, the whole I never spread.
And that is Midnight out of St. Croix. When you hear that kind of music, it touches your soul, you know. So we want to shout out the people in St. Croix who are listening. And guess what? Because we go Facebook Live and we are on the fitfmja.com, everybody's listening. All over the world. We talk about Russia, we talk about Africa, we talk about the USA, Canada, everybody's listening. So we're gone worldwide. So we want all the people who are listening on fitfmja.com to big up on yourself because you're always there with us. Welcome back, people. It is Cultural Mix. And you are in the studios with me of Fit FM 96.7. I am Bev Moon, your host for Cultural Mix, your Friday evening program. So before we took that little break, I was talking about I don't even know what to call it, that is taking over. Is it the world I-Maa-Ra or Jamaica? Welcome. Okay. So I-Maa-Ra is with us. And you know, once I-Maa-Ra come in the studio, you know what go on. Listen, that video that everyone has seen, including me, where the female is being beaten with a chair and some other thing and some real fists to her face and her body. They are those who are making all kinds of excuses that she spit on the person and so on. So when you spit on somebody, that's what you get, right? Seriously? Anyone who even attempts to justify that, you have to watch those people too. Another set of people that you have to watch are the people who remain silent. The people who are trying to aim and arm. You see, and all the people who are trying to find excuses and make excuses for this terrible act, you have to watch them. You have to take sleep and mark death, the old people would have say. May not have too much to say. People are saying also that the individual involved may be suffering some mental, I don't know, but guess what? If that is the case, because that can be the case too, you know. If that is the case, then we know medical advice really has to be sought. But we are not excusing anyone for that kind of brutality against women or against anybody at all. So we are saying fix that up because it can't work. I want for you to go on Facebook and look for Dr. Michael Abrams' post on his Facebook page. It's titled, He Hit Her with a Stool. Go and read it, people. And make a decision for yourself. Because what is happening now, see a lot of females, a lot of males too, making all kind of excuses and saying all kind of things. Watch them. Some people are going to go on till night, catch them. That is something I learned from a friend. You know, you just go on, you go on till night, catch you somehow, no? And it's going to be too late. I-Maa-Ra, welcome.
Yeah, I'm saying to myself.
Okay. Yes, man. You know.
Yes.
Welcome, I-Maa-Ra. So you're telling the people that that chant was in English, I am a shining being and a dweller in light.
Yes.
Welcome again, sir.
So it's the spirit of light.
The spirit. Okay. The spirit of light over darkness. A few persons here. Donette, she's checking in from Monique. Thank you, Donette. Patrick Cross. Me love the consciousness, bro. Blessings, everyone. Lavine Gray Brown. Kay, do you see their lives? We see them live, girlfriend. And Dr. Abrams, the very militant feminist. Love that. Lisa Amore is saying that. So welcome, Lisa. You should be getting your book in the post very soon. Lisa, check your mailbox and keep checking it because it was sent off. Zena Clark, good evening from Brampton, Ontario. How you doing there, Zena? Cold or sunshine right now? We want you to just stay with us as we go into a deep discussion here with our guest for this evening, I-Maa-Ra. So, I-Maa-Ra, as you made that chant there, right? It kind of brings me to something that I want to talk about. You talk about the spirit of light, right? And we tend to believe sometimes that as we go through life, things happen, things change, people change too, because sometimes when you see the behavior of people, you wonder what has happened, right? And in talking with you and preparing for this program, you kind of highlighted to me that there is two kind of spirit, as we put on the flyer, that the discussion that we want to have, spiritual attack or spiritual warfare that is happening now in the world and in the country, and not only now, but before, right? So we want to say, I-Maa-Ra, as you started off with the spirit of light, talk to me as we go into the conversation, because we know when you start now, we have a whole heap of things to talk about.
Well, one have to center themselves first and see what energy govern your consciousness or your psyche or your soul.
Mm-hmm. Your spirit.
Find what energy. You can use the word spirit, right? Good now? Right? Where I say anything true? Mm-hmm. All right, good. Very low. Very low. So, one have to center themselves. And one of the vibration that I come to realize is that anyone who allow any outside force to direct them life, it means that they are losing control of their whole spiritual essence and vibration. Mm-hmm. Right? And we realize that is our institution, you know what I mean, created to disrupt one spiritual order. Right. Right? Mm-hmm. So they set the order for others to follow. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. They either rule by fear or they rule by love. Mm-hmm. Whoever set those orders. Mm-hmm. And we realize for centuries, what has been ruling the world is the spirit of fear. The spirit of fear. And recently, it become intensified. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. If you understand it. Because right now, as we're speaking, and even under what we call this COVID-19 virus, mm-hmm. we realize a level that we call the spirit of enmity, which pull us apart instead of pulling us together. Mm-hmm. So what is happening is fear and disorder. Mm-hmm. And where there is fear and disorder, you can't have any form of serenity or tranquility in the minds of the people. See? Mm-hmm. So we have to look deep into these things and what is happening to our people. Because once you are under the fear, being ruled by fear, once somebody uses fear to rule you, I-Maa-Ra, or project fear at you, it means that you are not really given that chance to use your innate spirit. Your spirit, therefore, is under, I call it, attack. So you should always have that security mechanism. Hold a while. We're going to take a little break and come back quickly. We also want to change the mic. We're not hearing too much sound from you. So we're taking a break, folks. It is Cultural Mix. We are in the studios of Fit FM 96.7, your life, your music. We take a quick break and we come right back into the discussion.
Yeah. yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Ancient of days, and it's the one who gathered the momentum. Stone cold fireball, stone cold in defense of the most high word, good Jaga. Got the earth that she feed, the reward them chop down the trees to kill us, the youth. And this gas, chat if it's a chat. What's the economics in a truth and rights? What's the fascination with them bright city lights? Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't think you know me. I from a mountain of plateau, all of Zion is a vibe. What is your wicked story? What is your wicked story? I know, well it please ya. One make them back on me temper. Rocky take a launch you back past arena. What a ignorance of danger gun pose.
Okay, so we are back with you folks. It is Cultural Mix, your Friday evening program. It is Friday, April 16, and we are in the studios of Fit FM 96.7, your life, your music. Cultural Mix, Bev Moon, your host. And we are talking with I-Maa-Ra because we want to talk deeply about what is affecting our people in this time. And as I-Maa-Ra pointed out, it is two spirit really. Life is energy. And it is two spirit. Either it is a spirit of love or it is a spirit of fear. And when it comes on to fear, you know that we are in problems, as I-Maa-Ra would say. Once you're ruled and your energy is taken away from you, that energy of love, I-Maa-Ra, and it goes into fear, we're in a problem.
Well, no one can take away your energy. It's that you just submit your energy. So it's always with you until you reach a point that you realize that you are the one who's supposed to take full control of all your faculties and that vibration of energy that is within you. But if you allow outside forces to manipulate you and dictate you, then what you are doing is surrendering yourself to that force. So we must always in that position and find ourselves within that position to make sure we direct our spirit and move with that vibration.
Because when you are into fear and fear takes you over, it means that you're not even able to think, you know.
Exactly.
And that is what I find sometimes, that once people are in fear, they can't critically think, they can't even stop and ask questions. They're just going ahead because they're told to do this or they feel them have to do this, not out of any understanding or kind of going through and analyzing. Them just do it because they're fearful.
Because all of us, every single entity or people or anything what we see out there have them own energy and them own vibration. Even the tree, if you pay a close attention to nature, you can even see the energy within a tree. Sometimes you go at a particular place and stand up, you feel a kind of vibration moving, and you know, say it is just within that space. You know, these are experiences I had when I, as a young man growing up. There are certain spots that when I want to cool out, I would just go to that spot and the energy would just flow through me. You know what I mean? And there are certain spots that you go to sometime and you just feel heavy.
Not only a spot. Talk about sometimes when like certain people come around you.
Even that, I am telling about, just space that you enter sometime. And that is also a part of it. People who come into your space, and once them come into your space, if you are paying close attention to self, you will detect what kind of energy enter your space. See? Now, let us look at Jamaica. I don't know who in Jamaica no feel this kind of heaviness for the past year. There's a level, there's a kind of heaviness. The atmosphere is just tense. That kind of spirit, is disturbing to the psyche of our people. You understand? And we need to find a way to relieve or to release ourselves from under this kind of spiritual entrapment.
And it is an attack on our spirit, I-Maa-Ra.
You know?
It is a spiritual attack. We're under spiritual warfare. Because once you talk about that kind of heaviness that is affecting our spirit, it is stopping us from being productive. It is stopping us from being free. It is stopping us. It is really cramping with spirit, you know. And once something attack your spirit, we really have to deal with it. To talk about Jamaica, we were talking earlier, talk about even animals, even babies.
That's it. These are things that we experience, you know. You know, you have a dog sometime, and there are things that the dog see where you can't see. But the dog feel the energy there. See, me will grow two young, you know, three children, three boys, right? Me have them experience it. That, especially Anu, there are certain people who just couldn't come around Anu because it's like him just trigger off a vibration. You remember them things? There?
Yeah.
See? So we pay attention to these things. And
there are some people who come around, even like babies or even like a cat or animals, and they are just warm.
Exactly.
Warm.
Because they recognize the spirit of love, of compassion. You can feel it. And that's why sometimes when we see some people I go through certain things, we just know say, the reason why they are going through what they are going through is because they are not in tune with themselves. So they would not find themselves in the same situation over and over, because they're supposed to be at a level where they can identify and recognize somebody who is coming into them space and what kind of energy that person is bringing into your space. You know, it's either you recognize it and lying to yourself, or you lose the ability to recognize that. You know? So that is one of the things. When we're a little boy, there are so many things that we pay attention to, where some other people would look at those things as dark, but another person darkness is our light.
Like what?
See, for instance, I remember when was I living in the hills of St. Thomas. At certain time, there's a little toad who used to just come in at the house. There are certain times this brown toad. But my grandfather and my grandmother always have roaming at the house. And anytime that toad they come, I accept your spirit, Robert Sachel. Anytime that toad they come, see, they would have say, yes, Robert, come now. And they would have blow the rum, and him they tell him disappear. But
you mean blow the rum on the toad?
Yeah, they just blow the rum around him, not to disturb, just blow some rum in the direction. See? And Robert would have just they tell Robert disappear. See? Now, I don't know if you understand the spiritual energy and the spiritual vibration of when someone coming into the world, there is this spiritual entity that is there to receive. When you hear them use a term, say,
like somebody born you.
A master, well, all right, but let me say, Robert Sartrell born me. So Robert Sartrell was a man who could have seen things outside of the physical realm and operate on that kind of spiritual vibration. You see what I say? So just understanding these kind of different aspects of what we see as spirituality and African spirituality, we always stay in tune to things that is happening around us. We pay attention, close attention. You understand? Because we are spirit, and everything around us have that energy. It is within the physical, the tangible, or the intangible. You know what I mean? And that is everything around us.
All right. So listen. So when we talk about breaking the spirit, breaking someone's spirit, attacking someone's spirit, having a warfare against someone's spirit, when you look now in Jamaica, I-Maa-Ra, it is my view that there is an attack on the spirit of the woman.
It's not
Look,
now.
I don't know, a long time.
A long
But
time,
it
man.
intensify now. Look at we talk about when you what them say, when you teach a man,
Mhm.
you teach a what?
You teach an individual.
Uh-huh.
And when you teach a
Talking to Mike,
when you
I-Maa-Ra.
educate a female,
Mhm.
you are educating a nation.
Mhm.
Well, I see the reverse now as I touch the point there.
Mm-hmm.
When you kill a man, you kill an individual.
Mm-hmm.
But when you kill a female, you are literally attacking the nation.
Talk to me about that because
All
I
right.
just me want the conversation.
All right, look on the level here now. You see, during the chattel slavery, there was some serious thing that took place, especially with the female.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I did say it before, but I'm going to say it again, right? To break the female spirit,
Mm-hmm.
this is what they used to do. When a female is pregnant with a child, right? Especially if they know it's a boy child, because at the time there was this like a farm to produce labor force, right?
Mm-hmm.
See? They would always look for the strongest one, male figure, who was always challenging the system. And they would took that male figure before that pregnant female.
Which male figure you talk about? Somebody, one man with upon the farm?
Yeah,
They would
any
have
man
take
with
out-
upon the farm. This powerful man with them know say maybe defiant to the system.
Okay,
Right?
I understand.
So they took that person in front, a pregnant female,
Mm-hmm.
and they would beat him in a wickedest of way.
Mm-hmm.
See? And they would go even further by time 2 foot and 2 horses and beat the 2 horses, one run east, one run west. Now you see that child.
Hold on. I want to get it good.
Yeah.
So you carry this man and you beat him. And after you beat him, you tie 1 foot per one horse and you tie the other foot per one next horse.
Yeah.
And one horse gone, so one next horse
Split him,
gone. So
yeah.
they literally split the man in two, just tear him in two.
This is the kind, you see, them use these terms, to break your spirit. People use whole heap of tactics.
To break your spirit.
To
But
break
that
your
can break anybody's spirit. So
Yeah.
go back to the point now where you say when the woman is there pregnant and watching that kind of
Yeah.
brutality.
So the first thing will come to our mind, that child that were in a fear belly are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
She no want the child if you come suffer that kind of brutality,
Mm-hmm.
So she start to guard that child and make sure say, do nothing for upset Brakamasa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because if you do that, this is what the consequence is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Right. So that is breaking the spirit of the female.
There are many ways I can break a spirit if me know how you operate. Suppose me know say you're afraid of bullfrog.
I'm afraid of bullfrog.
So every man me can just get a bullfrog and left at your door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm torment you with that. It's breaking your spirit.
Attacking the spirit.
Or attacking, but you could have
Yes,
used
breaking. Yeah, no, I'm just saying attacking the spirit.
Yeah, understand? See? And these things are things that happen several times when we are youth and live. We hear about an incident, see, where this court case was happening in the Marant Bay courthouse. And judge and everybody turn up to have a court, See? And while then there's this bullfrog just jump out with a lock on him out, Court mash up, So you see the kind of tactics. Kind of tactics and energy. And if you study even like the Asian Revolution, there's a book named The Black Jacobins by C.L.R. James, and he expressed some of the spiritual tactics that Toussaint Louverture and all of these people use to overthrow, the French. You know what I mean? So all of these kind of activities. So what is happening in Jamaica? I don't know them things are going on, especially thing where people say as gun violence and them thing there, it's not just a physical thing, but it's also a spiritual thing. Because if you can drive fear into people, you conquer them. You know, but if you can divide people that them feel fearful of each other, just like what is happening right now. So they intensify the spirit of fear. You know, but if we can center ourselves and understand and be aware of what is taking place, then we can challenge this spirit of darkness or this spirit of fear with love, because the only thing we can use to counteract that is love.
But what I see,
so if they are directing you to be fearful, you must find a way to confront that fear.
As I look on Lisa Amour, most religions use fear as their main tactic to control the masses. So when you look at talk now, because we were having a discussion or several discussions.
Yeah.
When you look at the path that you follow, as you were saying earlier to me, before we came on air.
All right. You see, sometimes you have to listen to it. We give thanks to the interaction. You see that point that Lisa Amour raised is a very, very serious point, you know. If you check Jamaica now, you know, 90% of the people were baptized, you know, baptized between December 31st and January morning, you know. All right. Well, me remember say at them time there, a whole heap we did get baptized. I'm sure the spirit of fear will drive we into that. You see, when you go to church one night when they call me watch night, you used to go watch night. And that's so the pastor let go, you know. And when him start to preach, you know, and then you hear him say, if the Lord should appear now, where will you find yourself? Will you find yourself in the kingdom of God sitting on the right hand with Lord Jesus Christ? Or will you find yourself in hell with the devil and his angel? In perpetual damnation, burning in hell fire. And when you hear that, you know, you start to tremble, you know, because it plays something upon your mind, you know.
Yes.
You must go baptized because you know face that the kind of
a judgment,
eternal damnation there. To burn forever in hell fire with the devil and his angel. So where them literally tell you say, you know, you are an agent of the devil, you know.
Yeah.
So you must come join over here, so. And if you not join over here, so this is what is going to happen to you. That is one of the things with religion to manipulate and control your mind.
Yes.
So then give you an unseen God that you must fearful of. You know, see, it come take away with no coronavirus here. Nobody don't know this a little something here.
But everybody afraid of it.
But everybody afraid of it.
Oh gosh. And that fear, I-Maa-Ra, is crippling to the spirit.
Of course.
Because you can't think logically, you can't critically analyze nothing, and you can't, like, you lose control of yourself, basically.
Oh, you know, I'm not control of yourself. Once you are living under fear, you know, it's not you anymore, you know. You're just a shadow of yourself.
And that is what I want us to look at even deeper, when you become a shadow of yourself and just go through because of how you are played. Play on your mind, play on your spirit, manipulate your spirit, and attack your spirit. So it is actually taken from you.
As I say, it can't be taken away.
When I say taken, you know, I mean that you give it over. You give it over, you know?
Yeah, you surrender to the fear.
Yeah, you give it over.
You know, but at any time, if you so desire, you can restore that. You understand? Because when you catch up on yourself, you know, realize, like we catch up on ourselves, you know, and I say about it. You know, where them come from, where them something. You know what I mean? And we start to challenge these people that them have to find evidence and to see, why we can't see all of the things them the way where you are talk about. We see you are preach them, but you are practice otherwise. And if we look into society or look around us, it's the same thing we see happen.
So hold on, I-Maa-Ra.
Yeah.
Fear is the reason I got baptized after one American fire and brimstone preacher.
Watch your man.
Who put
see the term there? Fire and brimstone when rain upon you.
So if you go into something with this level of fear, I-Maa-Ra, more if you talk about that. Once you approach something and there's this fear that carry you into it, not even question, you're going to want to question anything.
You can't, but that is the first fear. Don't question God. That is the first fear. You understand? So you don't know how to sit in silence and find solace within yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's on various level that kind of spirit of fear is operating around us. Just even say, boy, how will I go eat tomorrow? If you really know, say you must eat, you know, question that,
Because something will turn up.
I don't say something will turn up. Life of itself prepare
will provide
everything.
Something, yes.
Will. It is already provided.
Yes.
If you understand the deepness of life and the connectivity of life, you don't worry about these things because life already provided everything.
Yes.
You are everything. You are one with everything. Now, this is a point where we must reach as people. You understand?
Yeah.
So, when a guy, I will make you know, say, boy, if you don't come through our institution, you can't be nobody. You can't come out to anything. That is also a spirit of manipulation. That's why they mess up with the language, because that's why I made a chant a while ago. Because our language, the way we live, is a spiritual vibration. And all of us carry our own energy. So, yeah.
So when we come back, we're going to talk about when you launch the attack on the spirit of the female, how damaging is that to the society?
All right.
Because we say it's the female that really, when you touch the female, are really the society you touch.
You are killing the nation.
Okay. So when we come back, we're going to talk about that because that is what we want us to look on really. So we're taking a break, folks. It is Cultural Mix and we're in the studios of Fit FM 96.7, your life, your music. And we will be right back with you. I-Maa-Ra is sitting with us and we're talking.
The cry of the oppressed, the cry of the downtrodden man. Brothers and sisters, we got to, yes, rise up, rise and tall. Don't you bow and fall. Evil men will fight you down, even when you're back against the wall. Rise up, rise and tall. Don't you bow and fall. No matter what they say or do, think big, don't think small. People working so hard, then get underpaid, and to mount situation that's just first aid. Depression and stress when the bills can't be paid. Still me not go fault and not go fade. Got to move ahead in life no matter what it takes. The chains and the barriers, we gotta break. My eyes are open and now that I'm awake. Now go make you eat up the cake. Rise up, rise and tall. Don't you bow and fall. Evil men will fight you down, even when you're back against the wall. Rise up, rise, stand tall. Don't you bow and fall. No matter what they say or do, think big, don't think small. Uplift yourself from poverty and shame. No more self-pity, the victory must claim. The ancestors' blood must never go in vain. We have the power of the sun and the rain. As rebel in the street, we never bow and retreat. We know the struggle bitter, we know say it no sweet. We trample corruption under we feet. Climb it to the highest peak. Rise up, rise, stand tall. Don't you bow and fall. Evil men will fight you down, even when you're back against the wall. Rise up, rise, stand tall. Don't you bow and fall. No matter what they say or do, think big, don't think small. Yeah, yaga, yo, yaga, yeah, yeah. Boy, 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 boy. Yeah, 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 yeah. Courageous, that's how we must be. Deep inside your heart and soul, my people, you must be free. Wider than the ocean, deeper than the deep blue sea. In you, in I, in everyone, there is a possibility. Rise up, rise, stand tall. Don't you bow and fall. Evil men will fight you down, even when you're back against the wall. Rise up, rise, stand tall. Don't you bow and fall. No matter what they say or do, think big, don't think small. Rise up, rise, stand tall. Don't you bow and fall. Evil men will fight you down, even when you're back against the wall. Rise up, rise, stand tall. Don't you bow and fall. No matter what they say or do, think big, don't think small. Rise up, rise, stand tall. Don't you bow and fall. Evil men will fight you down, even when you're back against the wall. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. Oh well, oh well, we gotta
Cultural mix every Friday afternoon 6 to 8 p.m. with Bev Moon Child and Fit FM 96.7, and we tune in every Friday. We lock in. I-Maa-Ra said that.
One hail up I-Maa-Ra, you know, man. And all the man them in the Falmouth who listening. So hail up I-Maa-Ra for that one. And we heard Rise by I-Maa-Ra. Somebody saying, wonderful song, Rise Up. Laura Bing Bing, Rise Up. Genu, howdy my friend. And you know Genu is up there in Warsaw, tuning in on a Friday. It is Cultural Mix, and we are here, folks, talking to I-Maa-Ra. Because guess what now? When we look at what is happening, I-Maa-Ra, we want for you to talk to us now, because we really been talking for the past 2 programs about the power of the female and so on. But when you look, right, when the spirit of the female is attacked or broken, how detrimental is that to the society, to the nation, to the world?
You just say it. As we say, if you kill a male, you kill an individual. You kill a female, you literally kill the nation.
Mm-hmm.
So when you keep the energy of the female under oppression and under fear, the entire nation is under fear, because remember, you know, whatever you nurture, see, that is what it is going to, you know, manifest. So when a female is under that high level of stress and fear, whatever come through that channel, you know, you know, see how the little man, you know, see, we don't have no man now where stand up. Or the little man then become like some little wimp, and, you know, and I don't really have no guts anymore. You understand? But these people study these art, you know, I know like say some things where just happen because of an accident, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a deliberate act to do these things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you hear people talk about Harriet Tubman and these people, these are the kind of female Queen Nzinga, Nanny of the Maroon. See? That fierceness, that spirit of fierceness. Remember, you know, they'll show you how the power. Kojo and them did run go sign peace treaty, you know. Nanny did say when I ain't nothing with them boy, you know, when I sign on peace treaty. So that kind of energy there. See? Now if we get the female for start to stand up, which me realize that they would just sit back and talk. But them now come out front. Just even look what happened with this brethren in the parliament, and you have so much female inside there. See? You have so much female. Why them can't come out and condemn this kind of action? Because they have been crippled by the patriarchal dominance of fear and power. You know what I mean? So this entity, this life force produce a set of lackeys where can't even stand up and face themselves. And what them do, them turn upon their mother, then turn upon the channel. You see the kind of conflict? They turn upon where they are coming from. So it's like a confusion, because if something creates you and something nurture you, you're not supposed to love it, man, and cherish it. No cycle.
Yeah.
How you want to destroy what creates you. You think about that? It's a kind of madness that, you know. It's literally committing suicide, you know. Because the source that produce you, that nurture you, you are attacking it in the most vicious way. And women can't look and stand up and say, no, we will not allow this to happen. And even when a man come out and willing to stand with them and say, yo, this nothing happen, they might try to find all kind of excuse. And I'm saying it start from slavery. Somebody called me today and I said, boy, you shouldn't go at the person like that, you know, because when you do that, he will come back and, you know, I said, that's your view still. I didn't disrespect her viewpoint, but I am saying all of that is out of fear.
Yes. And it is surprising when you say something like that, I-Maa-Ra, because if you don't highlight it, people won't understand what is happening, you know.
You say people are seen, but as me say, and them know what happened. I like say people don't know what happened, you know. Enough people know what happened, but them feel like they are powerless. You know? They feel like they are powerless, and if you feel powerless, what you will get, what you're going to manifest in a life. You know what I mean? Once you feel powerless, you know, you can't function, you know. See, you have to see the power within yourself, because if you are looking outside of yourself for that power to manifest something within you, you already lost the battle.
You have a poem that is called We Are the Builders.
That is empowering.
Yeah.
You have to see that you create your vibration, create your environment, create the joy in you, create the unhappiness within yourself, and all of these things.
You repeat the poem.
So however you feel, remember say, don't throw it off on anybody else. You must claim the responsibility. That is you who create your own situation. Because as I say, it means that you have surrender your authority. So when I say we are the builders of the pyramid, we are the builders of the
No, man,
stone.
give me the poem, man. We
Yeah,
don't
the
just want to hear the
poem
words. We want you to perform. We want you
that.
to perform the
So
poem.
may I say it?
Yeah, perform.
We are the builders of the pyramid. We are the builders of the stone cities of Zimbabwe. We build them White House, we build them factory, we blood, we sweat, we tears, we flesh, we bones, them use, build them economy. Now them want to con you and me with them science and them technology. We make them take with knowledge. Now them are deaf, with them are blind. We are walk, we are ride, we are drive, we are fly. We now look, now see. Eyes focus on the screen of an iPhone, Galaxy tablet, BlackBerry. Wake up, look, you know, see say them a bury way. Ancestors crying out, them a weep to see we heading back to slavery. Robotic, digital, technological slavery. The rich take them session, call it a recession, left the world in depression. Legal and illegal drugs and alcohol and the rise in their interest to our demise. We patronize, now become marginalized, make fools seem wise because we abide in lies and sell with lives, prostituting our sons, daughters, and wives. Marcus did rise. Sam Sharp did rise. Taki did rise. Bogle did rise. Harriet Tubman rise. Frederick Douglass rise. Malcolm X rise. Rosa Parks rise. Ancestors rise. Ilian Thomas say I-Maa-Ra rise. Organize, mobilize, visualize. Stop, look through for them eyes and through your own eyes. Give them back them gadgets. Free yourself from debt. The robotic digital technology have we a live on credit. While we learn our property, them take it, sell it. Guard your mind. Guard your children's minds. Beware of puppet government. Them ready to sell it. It's up to me and you to stop it. Come, make we do it.
Powerful here, I-Maa-Ra. I wonder if you know. So what? When was that poem written?
Maybe about 2005. So
I will see all of that coming back forward now. You hear what
yeah.
Jen Hughes say? Most of these folks are like the Anansi. The mother carries them in a bag on her back. The children are so lazy, they live in that bag and eat away the mother till she dies. That's when they abandon the nest.
Deep.
She's talking
Deep,
about
yeah.
she's talking about Anansi here. Destroying who gave birth to them. Jen, we want to big you up. When the female is concerned, she will launch an attack and it will be deadly.
That's it. That's it. And the people who are in power, that's what they are afraid of, you know. As I say, the female is the only one who have the power right now to stop life. And them more than anybody else can put a stop to anything we're happening on the earth. Because they are the source. Uno are the source, you know. See? So once Uno get back to that heights of enlightenment, once Uno turn up back on a spiritual frequency and don't see yourself as subject, where we will be turning the corner to see a new light, a new day, a new vibration.
And I think people out there know this. And that is why they continue to attack the female and to cramp the spirit and to cramp her energy. Attack her spirit because they know that if and when the female rises, that's the end of it. You think so?
You see, it sounds weird when you say attack and cramp. What me always I say, the responsibility is yours. If you are going to attack me, I must make sure that you think twice to attack. I must make sure that. But once you surrender your authority You can't blame. Hey, we see some people come down on a bridge and you say, name Kanye West when him say slavery is a choice. And I look deep into it.
Slavery was a choice.
I would say is.
Okay,
It's still
continue. Yeah.
Of course. I mean, I say was. See? Him says a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it is. So who want come down on my head for that? Come down. Look deep into it. There are some of our ancestors who decided that they will not subject themselves to that. So they rather to become meals for sharks and whales.
Mm-hmm.
You can't use them to build nowhere. They know what you want them to do.
Mm-hmm.
So they made that choice to return to nothingness. Because they already understand the power within that I make the choice to come and I make the choice to return.
Mm-hmm.
You understand that? That all of us who sit right inside us, we have the choice to be here and we have the choice to leave. We have the choice to subject ourselves to the authority and under tyranny, and we have the choice to confront it.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do tonight or this evening is for every single one of us in this country to understand that any system that we see in place that is tyrannical, oppressive against us, we are the one who allow that kind of action.
Mm-hmm.
So don't blame the politician. Know your power. That before the election him come begging on his knees for you to entrust power in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Now that him get power, him become your boss.
Which is the other way around.
Which is the other way around.
It should be the other way around.
You see what I say?
World over.
So we don't need an election to make any choice, you know. Or for voice with opinion, you know. This thing, even this thing where them come talk about democracy. It's a facade, man.
I just want to share with you quickly
some
of the responses here on Facebook. Thelma is saying, big up I-Maa-Ra. Yannick is saying you need to write your own book. Sir I-Maa-Ra. Laura Bing is saying, I-Maa-Ra is the best thing that ever happened to Fit FM. Jen Hugh, today the elders are marginalized. Notice that old people can't even access their banking nowadays.
We understand that. I want to serious thing that, you know. That's why, you see, in our eyes, me say some things, uplift yourself from poverty and shame. No more self-pity. The victory we must claim. The ancestors' blood must never go in vain. What we have, the power of the sun and the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Another some word me I recite and I make up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we know this. You understand? So we sing it with that kind of authority. Right? And we assure you that all of these things you see are going is a deliberate attack on people and voices like mine, me I go say it, and many, many more. Garnet Silk and many, many more. Bob Marley, Peter Tosh. It was an attack on our voice because, and it is an attack on our voice because we're still there. Enough of we still there about here. My Virgin Jamali, enough militant artists and singers around here.
Mm-hmm.
But what them do? In the 80s, and we ever say it, in the 80s, after the 70s, when they make sure say them get rid of certain revolutionary sounds that would empower the people with the vibration of sounds and music. They promoted a culture of sex and violence.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the result of it. People are going to blame the artists them, but it's the politician them who set that order. Because a lot of them get the instruction to eliminate the man them who was educating the nation or empowering the nation them with political education to find them culture, to know themselves. People like Walter Rodney, if you go back in Grenada, Maurice Bishop, saying
Boreas Bishop, Daniela Ortega, right? Seeing all of these people who were on the forefront trying to mobilize the people, trying to make them come to a knowledge of self. Even the 70s, when we have a say it, when Michael Manley assessed self-empowerment, self-reliance, have land for yourself. The forces that you see around Jamaica now, and this is what people must understand, that minority group who want to take away the power out of the hands of the majority, that you become dependent upon them. See? Because the first thing we have to allow the female and every one of us to do, is how to feed ourselves. When you take away that power from the people, you have the power, the people become dependent upon you.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Mm-hmm.
So the attack is from every level, and they use fear. They use all sorts of tactics to do these things.
And to break your spirit.
And to break your spirit.
And once the spirit is broken, you don't have the energy to talk about nothing. You don't have the energy to rise up against anything. You don't have the energy to do anything. You become weak.
Because entertainment weak, Too much of that weak, you don't realize.
Talk to me.
Because you lose your focus.
Mm-hmm.
You just want all the while a frolic and a gallivant.
Mm-hmm.
And you drink and you junk. So you lose consciousness of yourself. You look outside substance to stimulate your faculty.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know that you could sit in silence for 20 minutes and activate all of the faculties within you. So once you look up outside substance, crack, cocaine, whatever, alcohol, it is also destroying your body.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't think straight. See?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a kind of thing. So when we say the attack that is on us, we have to look on it on
every
all
level.
the levels.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like one thing.
Mm-hmm. And it has been happening over a period of time.
Yeah.
It happened, and then
the plantation till we come to what you call a different level of plantation now, because it's still the kind of principle and the kind of order that was on the plantation that is practicing today. It is just that they modify it. There's a book by Eric Williams named Capitalism and Slavery.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you the economic benefit of slavery, because slavery wasn't about just to brutalize and beat you, See, slavery was always an economic venture. See, and that's why we find ourselves in a situation right now that, no matter how skillful we are and no matter how much we are contributing to nation building, we are getting little or nothing for what we are giving. Now we reach a point now that a whole heap of things that our people fought for, our ancestors, and reach this point. We become a disgrace to them, man. A traitor to the people who fought for what we call universal adult suffrage.
Mm-hmm.
That we could come attain the right to vote. And we see politician in a parliament in today's days, a beat woman and women in a Jamaica sit down. It's like we lose history, we lose track of our history of where we're coming from. So we are an insult to those who we call national hero. Marcus Garvey, Paul Bogle, Sam Sharp, Nani. See? Me deliberate, I left out the other two, Buster and Monty, Because what them contribute is to derail the liberation process of what we were about as a people. They derail it. Norman Manley, who was trained by the colonial masters, I mean, I go ruffle some feathers tonight. See, was put there to stop what people like St. William Grants and them man they was doing to overthrow the colonial structure. Remember, Marcus Garvey did form the People's Political Party before, and they fought it, and them make sure them destroy it. Then in 1931, 32, coming up, see, them arrange a normal man, they form the People's National Party, which Bustamante was a part of it.
So, I-Maa-Ra, you see that I want to still level things at what we call.
Why me I go back there, so you know, don't break me. So me I go show you how they create what we call name a spirit of enmity. Because you see, if we are moving together,
yeah,
there is no war, you know.
Yes. There has to be a kind of division.
So there has to be a divide.
A conflict.
And once you have conflict,
yeah,
you're having conflict with yourself.
Yeah, once you have conflict.
So they create the atmosphere for division. It must spin off into physical confrontation at some point. These are things that they practice. So I'm going to give you the history when I try to point out. Bustamante was a part of the PNP.
Okay.
Right? But Bustamante was respected by the working class poor who didn't have what you call name education. They were educated, you know, but that's why
the formal,
the kind of formal education. But Norman Manley was the intellect with people like Kenil and somewhat more. You know, many more. Me not go call most of them here. Kenil and him brother and you know, who did have a kind of a socialist kind of mindset and want to see certain things go a particular way. Within that whole thing to the party was also divided. The colonial government forced Bustamante to leave the PNP and form a separate party, which Bustamante attempted many times not to do. You know what them do?
They send him to prison.
Then send him to prison and negotiate with him in prison. And see what we did today, you know? With the two forces.
Yes.
So you divide the people.
And
the history long here, the history long, the pain and the suffering of our people long.
And once you break that kind of spirit of unity, once you break the spirit that kind of way, it is going to end up in conflict. And one conflict after the other, as you say.
Stop.
It just continue.
It not stop.
Carry us to where we are.
And the same thing them do, you know, in the 16, 1700, you know. Seeing? We were on our way to victory. A line I want to make poem. The proverbial white flag raise. We lose vision just a gaze. See? So what may I say? On the plantation, some set a man. Well, them did they weren't, enough of them weren't slaves or enslaved people. The people them who them call them maroon because they were warriors up in the mountain and fight. But they were recruiting people from Alpha, the plantation, and building a powerful army. When the colonial masters them realized, or the farmer enslavers realized what was happening, I saw them try to create two separate entities. Called one set maroon. And you have some down and so and say, all right, we're giving us some land up there, some man. And you are not those people. And you understand?
Try to divide again.
Try to divide. I will see that thing continue. Even when Rastafari moved, they always infiltrate. When Rastafari organized, you know, it was one movement, you know. Tell them go on and go on. Tell them you have Bobo, you have Naya Bingi, you have this, you have that, you have 12 tribes of Israel.
Breaking again the unity.
Just to break the unity.
Yes. And to break the spirit of the people.
To break the spirit and the energy of the people.
Yes.
So anything that them see that bringing the people together,
they try to break it.
They always attack it.
And that in itself is a spiritual attack. Because sometimes I realize that people are taking spiritual attack to be some little what you call it now?
Yeah, man. Like a man I say, boy, somebody I try hold me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So he go to morning time and he
Talking to Mike,
he go to morning time and him have install. So the first thing he do, him cut some lime or whatever I have and start sprinkle or him go buy some oil down at one of them drugstore there and so sitting and rub up on himself and say, boy. But him no realize I said the real spiritual attack where take place is even in his own consciousness it a work. You see me I say? Because you see, inner conflict is more dangerous than anything else, you know. You know? And once you are in spiritual turmoil, which is within yourself, having that constant conflict within your mind and yourself, you how you're going to function.
So we have to understand really what spiritual attack is.
Yeah.
And spiritual warfare.
Yeah.
Because it is a warfare, I-Maa-Ra.
Of course.
It is a war. It is a war.
Yeah.
And people who go into war don't go to lose.
Aye.
They don't go to lose.
Profound.
So, yeah. People who go to war and they go to lose.
So
then stop till we are totally broken.
So what we are going to do? Allow them to continue to do this to it. It can't work. Them say good must do what?
Conquer evil.
Where there is darkness, why you shining light?
Light.
So why we not just switch on the light? You think say it gone away?
But we have to activate that light and we have to know so we have it.
Well, this is what them use to cloud our mind. That we are looking out of ourselves and not realizing that our liberation is within us, which is to turn on that light. Find back the spirit that our founding father, our ancestors had. Marcus Garvey, Paul Bogle, Sam Sharp. I rather to die and yonder gallows than to live in slavery. I will not be enslaved. To Saint Levature said. All we need is a little courage.
With a little courage.
Right?
And because what is happening now in I-Maa-Ra? So that courage that Toussaint talk about, all we need is a little courage. And that we don't have because we are broken. And that we don't have because...
I never want to say we, you know, because I not take on that something for myself, you know.
Okay. When I say we, I mean the collective we.
So we have to insist upon the people that right now you have to rise, man.
Yeah.
You have to rise, man. You have to get up now out of your sleep, man. You can't so long awake and a slumber and you watch and you see everything that take place around you. And you just lie down and dead, so. Everything and drive fear in you. They use all kind of method to drive fear in you that people don't even realize them inalienable rights anymore. Man can't tell you, say, guess what? If you don't do this, you don't have access to this. No guy don't have the right there. No guy don't have no right to tell you, say, if you don't take a drugs in yourself or a vaccine, you can't function. No guy don't have no right in a Jamaica to tell you, say, if you don't wear a mask, you can't go this one, you can't do so. So all of these laws that they are passing is illegal. And what they are using is the same spirit of fear to drive fear in the people. And until the people start to realize that all of these things is fear to destroy and to break us. You know, so we have all people, since this thing come in, some people you could have talked to. It's like when them see you and you walk out, even in your yard without mask, it's like they just vex because you're supposed to have it on.
But you're in your yard and you're not endangering
anyone. But
anyone.
I say that is like a psychological thing.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
When creating our mind.
I understand. If you're in your yard, you're in your car, you're not endangering anyone, and you one alone, are you alone in your vehicle? And because some people just not thinking, but I tell you, when your spirit is broken, you know, you don't have the ability to think anymore. When your spirit is attacked, you don't have that ability to think, and you just do. Hearing some people, Tavia, slavery remain the biggest business the world has ever seen.
Exactly.
Economics of which enrich one set of people and don't press the rest. We continue to embrace its tenets, the politics of which decide hold on now, Tavia. The politics of which decide who will have and who won't. Politics and religion remain the greatest enablers and dividers. We led like lambs to the slaughter. Wake up, people, and turn on the light. That's Tavia.
That's an erudite mind.
Tavia.
Yeah. And when you hear people, you see, and that's why I know it's a female.
It's a female, yes.
I am telling you, I realize the energy in the female them more than of our brother them. Because a few brothers make a reason with on a certain level, and some of them are some elders.
Mm-hmm.
See? But I realize that none of my brethren them, you know what I mean? When me and them in the same age bracket, they are totally ignorant to what is taking place around them.
Mm-hmm. Lisa Amore is saying, them beat we down so much and for so long that we just lose our ability to see our own power.
We still not give them that kind of power, there, Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
We have it within us.
Mm-hmm.
Never say never.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? We must know the power within us, you know? Seeing? So,
Jen, you have the history now, you know, I-Maa-Ra.
Yeah.
Jen, you is saying, what about Dottie Bookman? I think when you were talking about somebody,
Dottie Bookman is the man who went into Haiti in the 1700, because the Haitian Revolution started about 1779, and they won it 1804. They really get them fundamental the liberation. See? Mm-hmm. But Bookman Dottie was coming from the man with them call name Taki, you know.
He was coming from Jamaica.
Yeah, but me I swear say the war with a Taki fought.
Mm-hmm.
Bookman Dottie, according to the history, was a part of that whole thing.
Okay.
See? And there's a next man where them not even talk about, which was a powerful man where people labeled named Three Finger Jack.
Mm-hmm.
He was really the true revolutionary who do some serious work.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
See? But guess what? Them hide them history from where?
Mm-hmm.
And them teach you about Christopher Columbus and these people.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Mm-hmm.
So what? Julius can't give in.
Can't give in, all right? We're taking a break. People, it's Cultural Mix with I-Maa-Ra on this here Friday. Soon come back.
Well, yeah. I got to tell you this, you know. Battered and bruised, some win, some lose. Not trying to fit now in anyone's shoes. Lonely walk the road I choose, yeah. Not seeking a high, not trying to make your news. While navigate through time and space, aware of the triumphs that I must face. Straighten up my back, my boots are well laced. Not in a hurry, at my own pace. Can't give in. Forward on, I'm pushing. Can't give in. Got to fight and win, yeah. Can't give in. Forward on, I'm pushing. Can't give in. Got to fight and win. While trot along this rocky winding road, stalling and swaying, I can't afford. My mind is focused, my vision very clear. With faith and courage, I conquer my fear. I'm resolute, stand and salute. Aiming at my target, right time to shoot. Get out of my way, don't block my vision. I am determined to accomplish my mission. Can't give in. Forward on and pushing. Can't give in. fight and win. Can't give in. Forward on and pushing. Can't give in. Got to fight and win, yeah. While navigate through time and space, aware of the trials that I must face. Straighten up my back, my boots on well laid. Not in a hurry, at my own pace. Can't give in. Forward on and pushing. Can't give in. Got to fight and win. Can't give in. Forward on and pushing. Can't give in. Got to fight and win. Oh, no, 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 no. We'll never, never. Oh, no, 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 no. Can't give in. Forward on and pushing.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. We are here in the studios of Fit FM 96.7, your life, your music. It is Cultural Mix, and we're really into a cultural frame of mind this evening. This discussion is really, well, everything cultural I-Maa-Ra. So just share with you quickly some of the interactions here on Facebook. Laura Bing Bing, I-Maa-Ra, do you have any book about Harriet Tubman? You're always talking about her. I need to read her book. But I think Jen Hugh answered and said, Laura Bing, I have an abridged version of Harriet Tubman. So you maybe can link her up. Laura. Anthony D, what a tune, bad. I-Maa-Ra, I need to have your collection amongst the Bob Marley and Gramps Morgan. Where can I get that collection? And Jeline May, thank you for being with us, Jeline. They transported Dutty Bookman from Jamaica. Okay. Jen Hugh is talking there. So, Levine, Gray, Brown, rise up, rise up. Not all of us could, and is muzzled. That's Jen Hugh. Thank you, Jen, always here with us. Laura Bing Bing, you see them live. Okay, so I-Maa-Ra, you know something that came to my mind when you were talking earlier. I'm saying, as you talk about the attempt to break us as people and to break our spirit, and as I talk about the attack on the spirit, it's a warfare on the spirit, you know. It's a spiritual warfare. But some persons, as we continue, understand spiritual warfare to mean something else. Them say a little thing, or as I said earlier, them say a little, you know, a man come out and, you know, them say a spiritual warfare. But when you want to break the spirit of a people, you don't stop. And when you go to war, I said earlier, you don't go to lose. It is a continuous thing. Yeah. Now look at even some of our cultural practices. You hear that it's wrong? First of all, some of it is made unlawful or illegal for that matter. Some of our traditional cultural practices.
Not sure something. Not sure something to you. I want to go back to you. You remember one woman, you know Bernice very well.
Mm-hmm. St. Thomas, may her soul rest in eternal peace.
All right. Bernice was one of the nicest person we meet. Yet one heap of people did fearful of Bernice because when Bernice over the lead out our community team, you know, and when them drum their roll, you know, and when it reach certain hours, you know, and you hear them bawl out for the ram goat, you know, and when ram goat showed bus, and you say blood drink, you know, and people start to, you know, get away because of certain hours. Remember an incident when they murder somebody in a Linstead? You remember that incident there? And them couldn't find the person. And them decide, say them will call the door coming up playing down there. And the brother they have to come out because they never know when there and they never know who. And the spirit them go get him out, you know. Him have to come testify, you know, and turn over himself, you know. Now, let me say something to you. If enough people don't know that, this is the kind of spirituality that is within us that them try to beat down. That's why them beat the drum. That's why then they ban a whole heap of them something there. Because they know, say, when we get into that, It's a dangerous. Then you know, even see the election that won in the US were there. Whose spirit allow Biden to be in power now?
The female and the woman.
The woman and black people.
Yeah.
You remember Trump did have one little woman who come and did a call out angel and ask the African angels them for prayer? You never remember? You remember?
Yes, man. There was
you think a joke she make?
She was calling on the African angels.
Because them know say we are the first people. What we need to do as a people is to find out our roots, make the connection to our ancestors. Realize
that talking about some of the cultural practices
yeah.
that make illegal.
Yeah. So, and I am saying all of these things is attacked on our spirituality.
It is.
And our culture. And once you start to attack our spirituality, right? What it means that you want your way and life. That's why even we talk now, you know. Because them try to beat out the language out of us, the way how we used to call upon with God. And the way we used to call upon with ancestors. See? They never want to continue to express ourselves in another way there. Because once we are doing that, we are communicating to the higher forces within us and around us, on earth and above cosmically, because we are multidimensional.
I want people to even understand that even the very drums were made illegal at some point in time.
It is still, just because we break it, these things are still on the colonial master's book as illegal.
So when you try to make our cultural practices and our cultural traditions illegal, I-Maa-Ra, it is clearly telling us there's
a war, man.
It is a war on our culture. It's a war on our spirit. And it is a war, and it is a that you call spiritual warfare because they're trying to break us.
So them use Christendom to make it look like spiritual warfare. Is these same people, you know, the people who play criminal.
Yeah.
And remember, you know, when people talk about Haiti people, even when the earthquake took place in Haiti, 2010, see? People in Jamaica talk about them work too much over, you know. And a voodoo and this and that where them into why God have beat them. Why make God beat Jamaica? It's a Christian country, this.
Or where God don't beat Jamaica.
No, but God beat Jamaica. You know see what going on here? Yeah?
Wow.
Or reach a stage at all, a gunman can go walk in a church and kill people. And a kill pastor. Why we not sit down? We need to sit down and talk. We and the pastors, because even right now we see a spiritual attack on even the church, and them not even want to say nothing. I no believe in the blood of Jesus, so I want to so silent.
Weak. It's an attack. It's an attack on our spirit.
But we can't even talk. Mr. Moanda question if you answer. See?
By somebody from the church.
By all of them. Why or no? Trust in the Lord, that you should not have surrender to the power of fear, but yet you are so fearful. All voice are so silent. See, to what is taking place in the society. If you read back on the Bible, where I believe Jesus was up against, it's all the oppression that was taking place, that he was fighting against. And that's why they crucify him. Them ask, which one are you willing to follow me? If you're not willing to follow me, you must prepare to die.
That's what Jesus said.
Yes.
The Christ.
Then you go and sit down, a man show yourself, I am going to die for you to liberate you. Him dead, and you still sit down and wait for him to save you. And him assure you say, all that is within me is within you. Then how you ask him to come back, come save you, him done show you say, I am you, you are I. All that is within me is within you. So you must go out and confront the evil that is attacking your people
and attacking your spirit.
And attacking your spirit.
Yeah.
be in control. That's why I say, battered and bruised. Some win, some lose. See?
Not try to fit in anyone's
Not trying
shoes.
to fit in anyone's shoes.
Wow. The colonizers went all over the world spreading their, this is Lisa again, Amor, spreading their Christianity by any means necessary, rape, murder, genocide, and enslavement. Jen Yu said, don't mess with them drums and the mayal. That is
And
when...
I guess I want people realize this, that I am not attacking Christianity. I am what I am expressing is
the attack on our cultural practices.
is to let me explain it. Is the lies and the deception that we have been living for centuries. That we look outside of ourselves for a savior, while the savior is among us and is within us. There's another part of the scripture we say, if you reject my prophets, you reject me also. Look how much people come around here to help save we and we help kill them.
Like
we don't even have the eyes to say, them come here. To stand up and show we the way. We don't go hide. See? We are people, even go say, boy, you must follow the laws of the country. If you read the Bible, Christ break many laws. Because if the laws is oppressive, or must you subject yourself to oppression?
It don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense. If our ancestors, those who broke the law, because members said slavery was legal, So not because a thing is legal or lawful doesn't mean that it is just.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's right.
And it doesn't mean that it is right. That's why I use the word just.
Yes, I-Maa-Ra.
You know what I mean?
Yes, man. Real cultural mix you having dancing with kitchen bitch on her head. And then get this is Jen Yu now. She's talking about maybe I think it's Bernice. She was a Kumina queen.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's Bernice. She's talking
man.
dancing with the
kitchen bitch on her
head and then get the mayal.
Yeah, man.
And then getting the mayal. She was a Kumina queen. I know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jen Yu. Yes. You know where you're talking. Remember, you are the mother of storytelling, Jen Yu.
So Jen Yu, you know the kitchen bench, it symbolizes something high, Because when she reached that stage, the whole thing of the 7 chakras, seeing that kitchen bitch on your head, is a flame that is lighting up the higher souls, So it is not just like a just ritual, but deeper meaning is within all of that. You know what I mean? We must connect back to our spirituality, our spirit of kindness, of togetherness, of taking care of each other. See? And the structure that we are in, or that's presently around us, see, is a structure that continues to pull us apart. You know what I mean? And if we don't get the courage to start to embrace each other, now we reach a point that we are fearful of even embracing each other. or we reach us. Then when I see something seriously wrong, that we in a world where it's like they want to create a different kind
of world,
a species of mankind. It's like when people become robotized, like some robots can't think for themselves again. When you reach a stage, you lose, and you just have to go down. You understand? You have to get deep into yourself and rise.
So Lisa is saying slavery and the Holocaust were illegal.
Of course. The Pope used to bless it too.
I saw a picture the other day somewhere where a whole batch of guns, you know. And those guns were meant for war. A whole batch of guns.
Gun is for?
And who was there? You could have seen that it was a picture, not a video.
Yeah.
You could see that the some man dressed up in some white thing around them neck were blessing and praying and holding them hands over these guns, blessing before they go out to kill people.
Before John Hawkins going to Africa, you know, with the SSGs or whatever they call it, you know. They were prayed for, you know.
You mean those ships?
Yeah, to go for the slaves them.
To go for the people, to enslave them.
To enslave them. You see, that is what them do with the mind, you know. We go school and then call a slave. And it's some of the brightest mind them going to Africa and take come around here, you know, for come build. You think say Duns people could have built an empire where they were on here, so. It was some well-educated people then carry across here, you know.
And enslave.
Doctors, engineers, mathematicians, seeing serious scientists is the best of minds. I'm going to show you how serious these guys is. You remember in the Marine Rebellion, you know, people believe that there weren't intellectual people or bright people among us. That was one of the first set of people with them attack, you know, and make sure they kill off, you know. Because Paul Bogle wasn't a dunce brother, you know.
No.
He was a bright intellectual and many, many more around him. And them attack them people. And this is the same thing. Anybody within the society that have a kind of vibration that can educate the people. That's why Ushera did the Walter Rodney.
Persona non grata.
Persona non grata. And run him out of Jamaica and ban all book.
All black books.
Black books. Watch out. We you them to know them history there.
Laura Bing is saying they want to create separation, I-Maa-Ra.
No want to, they already created the separation. It's not want to, it is already here. You know what I mean?
Creating that kind of separation, because that is what, as we spoke earlier, that is the kind of attack. And if people don't understand it, I-Maa-Ra, as an attack, we are going to be in problems. It is, let us call it what it is. It is an attack on our spirit. It is a warfare on our spirit. And they come with conflict. And that conflict, as Laura said, they want to create separation. They are.
It's already created. Watch out. One of the biggest separation, when somebody look on your ask you say, if you see ever. So when they ask the question, save from what? Them a look.
Julia laugh.
So who's saving a Jamaica now from this coronavirus? Make any one of the pastor them come ask me that and tell me that. Are you safe? Safe from what, sir? You know, heat, you know, drink. The laws of the government that oppress you. You see from that?
Oppress all of us.
So where you see from different from me? You tell me about me a sinner. And you are saved.
So they said that's a kind of separation.
These are dangerous things.
Yes, it's not a kind of, it is separating us.
Very dangerous. From the start, do them something to you.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord. I-Maa-Ra. So true, I-Maa-Ra. Look at Flatbridge. Let me hear the story now that Jen you want to talk about Flatbridge. Look at Flatbridge. Built by slaves, let us say enslaved people, Jen Hugh. Eggshells are among the eggshells are among the materials used to make it. Look how many engineers have been trying to expand it and can't touch it.
And them come tell us say we are some dunce people, them in care come around here, and I come tell we are inferior people. People just to make the connection to a soul, man. We are great people. You understand?
So Anthony D. Anthony's in Philadelphia. Buster didn't recognize Rastafarian as a religion and made it illegal and trim and beat Rasta.
Not trim and beat. Kill Rasta, you talk about beat. Remember Coral Garden, you know, my brethren. A Buster did say that, you know. Say what can hold See, in the jail, a Coral Garden must put in a Bogue cemetery.
A Bogue was a cemetery.
I remember them and say, shoot first and investigate after. You remember that? See, a group of people who choose a way of life.
It is serious, I-Maa-Ra.
And you attack them spirituality.
That is spiritual attack.
So we have been going under that for centuries now. And it continues. And I'm saying, we see them turn upon the female, you know, where them come like say, in many ways, we see them come down over there, come attack some of we little put them in a school. I give them what they call it? Some another vaccine. But for prevention of cervical cancer.
Oh Lord have mercy.
What kind of madness is that? Sterilize, they want to sterilize the nation that we can't produce no more. Because guess what? The world is afraid of China. Why they are afraid of China? China have a large population and a workforce. I am saying this right as some people understand. You see the people that will control the power of the world. They are on the verge of extinction. And it can't turn back. It can't turn back. And that's why Bill Gates and all them little minions them know that they are going out.
Laura said Bad Friday. Bad
I see him say the name for true. But then they call Good Friday, it's Bad Friday.
That is the whole thing with the Coral Gardens.
Watch, I want to put 1 and 2 together, you know.
Coral Gardens incident.
You don't see one of the highest seat of the colonial master drop out one there. You don't see a plan. If you can't hold power with them. Because of the last power that a crumble. You don't see Harry runway. Because he knows say I go down, them I go down. Harry run where Harry and we run to. You run to a black woman to save him. You don't understand what I want.
Harry run feel life.
I run him, I run feel life.
And we run to?
He run to a black queen to protect him.
Oh God, she will. Poor Harry.
Because then kingdom is going down. I don't know joke thing me I talk about, you know. I must look deep into the thing, you know.
Harry set it up, I-Maa-Ra, and gone.
And take him and take himself because he say, yo, this is a kingdom I go fall. And him a beg a black queen, a black goddess. To say, please save me, ma'am. Please save me, oh Lord goddess, from the destruction. We are asking for forgiveness. You not see a pope going to Africa where they go bow down and a kiss black people foot in Africa, upper Sudan.
I didn't see that one.
Well, if you follow the history, man, you see what they're talking, they're seeking penitence now.
Wow. Oh Lord, I-Maa-Ra, may I tell you, it is what it is. And we need to admit that there is an attack on our spirit.
So when we have any black man in Jamaica, any black man who claims saying sit down in the House of Parliament, me I go say it right yes or no. Women of Jamaica and our people and black people, we must serious with ourselves. We cannot allow this kind of disgrace to take place. See, among us, the women who are in Parliament, we must stand up. We must stand up against this thing. See? Because if the example not set this up, where else we can look for it? If my little boy grow up and can see say a man beat up a woman and still sit down in the Parliament, that look normal. Whether him become independent, yes or no, him still have to sit down in the high seat of government in a Jamaica and a govern way. We cannot allow that kind of mindset to govern our people and our children, our young men, especially. That is not an example. See? For us to set.
It is ridiculous.
And me, I say it right now and I call upon the Prime Minister, say if I that the example they want to set and I try to cover up. It will go dread in Jamaica. Because if the same police force that will have mother, sister, them are going to retaliate and turn upon the whole of you know. You better wake up, you know.
Wake up.
Because I no time for fear again. The same police them and mother them come out. And when the police them sister them couldn't go arrest that little brother there, but then can't go take out a little ghetto youth from under in bed. They don't believe say enough of them one day I go say enough is enough.
The inequality can't continue.
The double standard in our society must stop.
It is. I have to just say it. Just say it plainly.
You can't try him and arm as according to what you say.
Yeah.
No him and arm no in a this. It's straight talk.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Once you aim in and arm in,
you understand?
You're on the fence. And there's no fence right now as far as we are concerned.
You see the president of the Senate what they cuss bad word in the house. Cuss bad word. And still sit down in there.
Wow.
And this is not a PMP and GLP thing. See? This is not a PMP and GLP thing. We are talking about whoever is leading must lead by example. You know how much I remember a couple of years ago in St. Thomas, you know, a pregnant woman was murdered, you know. You remember?
Yeah.
In Yala Square, you know.
Yeah, I remember.
The young lady must curse what they call name indecent language, you know. And the police was trying to carry her to lock her up.
Mm-hmm.
And she was resisting the police, and the police shoot the woman, you know, the pregnant woman, you know. See? Mm-hmm. Remember, enough of our artists, them what we call outer East Fest. Since as them go utter some of full Jamaica local craft. See? On the stage. And they were fine.
Mm-hmm.
And a man sit down, the president of the Senate, and not a charge. If I even the $2,000 I should have paid, man.
Where everybody else pay.
Where everybody else pay, man.
It's double standards, and we have to call it out. We have to call it out. I-Maa-Ra, you know, when you start talk, it's 7:54, you know. 6 minutes to 8. Really.
I want me just a warm up.
Just a warm up. We want to just thank Dion from Refuge. Wow. Absolutely, brother. I love listening to this program. Food for my brain. Thank you, Dion from Refuge. Jen Hugh, we want to thank you. Laura Bing Bing, you see your life. Everything here, I-Maa-Ra, people are appreciating it.
Laura Bing Bing, I ask about. Laura Bing Bing. www.imaararoots.com.
Mm-hmm.
That's the website. You'll find everything there. Just imaararoots.com. www.imaararoots.com.
Okay, so that's for
IMAARAROOTS.com.
I-Maa-Ra Roots. So we want to thank Lisa in Georgia, Anthony D, Philadelphia.
Bless up my friend Lisa.
Mm-hmm. And we want to thank Jen Hugh in Warsaw.
Love Jen Hugh.
Yes, man. We want to bring up everybody. Well, some persons, you know, will just listen and not interact, but they are listening. And when we see them, we say, we listen to the program and man, we enjoy it. And so we want to thank everybody who tuned in this evening. It really has been food for thought, as some people say, I-Maa-Ra. Really, really opening and putting things in perspective as we see the world is in a different place and Jamaica is also in a different place. People, we have to critically analyze what is happening. We have to talk. We can't be afraid. Let us exercise love, as I-Maa-Ra said. Energy is energy, and one is love and one is fear. Let us exercise.
Yeah, we have to balance. We have to exercise the energy of love. Mm-hmm. And guess what? Your people say, I don't understand enough time that you must first love yourself, but you are love.
Mm-hmm.
Just know that you are love. Love is an action word. See? And once you put it into action, it's done. You know what I mean? You know, so and that is what we need to do. To give the support to family, to friends, those that we see in need. You know what I mean? Go back to that whole thing there. When you cook a pot, not cook for yourself alone. See? When you have something, and you see say, boy, is a little excess where you have where you go dash where. You know? There are some people who have all a whole heap of things pack up in them fridge, you know. For all 3, 4, 5 months and people are pass a road and hungry. When you can cook some food and can go give some people who don't have none. You understand? Jamaica whole heap of waste are going there, you know. A whole heap of house lock up in a Jamaica when nobody no live in, you know. And people asleep at street. How comes? Some big dirty house about a place. The pure this and that inside it and the people them. You think me could have lead a country? If you live a foreign and you have empty house down here, me I take it over and put people in that to live.
Man, some people come
down. Want that kind of government? Yes, man. Then if you come down for me because it means say you don't want it.
If it's you're away from it.
If you love people, people shouldn't be sleeping on the street and hungry and homeless.
And there is food excess.
And there is food excess.
In excess, yeah.
See? I mean, I call out enough we Rasta brothers who have excess and a boast and a show off. We talk upon the people them who claim that them are Christian and them have all of these things and I talk about God bless them. Well, if God bless you, bless the hungry and the poor.
Yeah.
How God bless you and you not share God blessing. You know, say something wrong with you.
Yes, I agree with you on that, I-Maa-Ra. Fully. 100% agree with you on that. Share the blessing. We want to thank you again. Some people are laughing, I-Maa-Ra. Here, Genu, me disagree on the house part.
Genu, like you have a big house up there, you already there. Hey, Genu.
We want to thank you, I-Maa-Ra. We want to thank everyone who really joined us this evening. It has been amen, Anthony D. Thank everybody for joining, and we want you to stay tuned. We're coming back next week with another cultural mix with a cultural artist, hopefully, next week to kind of change up things. I-Maa-Ra, thank you once again. Thank everybody who joined this evening. The 2-hour run off so quickly. You know, when we're talking a whole lot of information, the time run off. We want to thank everybody. Enjoy your weekend. We know here that curfew tomorrow is at 4. On Sunday, it's at 2. Let us do what we have to do. Make sure that all goes well. Take care of family. Love your neighbor as yourself. And let us keep pushing. Not be broken. We don't want our spirit to be broken. We have to stand up and resist the spiritual attack. Resist the spiritual warfare. Because if anybody is to win, I-Maa-Ra, we have to win this war.
After we can't give in.
We can't give in.
Forward and we are pushing.
We have to rise up. Thank you, people. It has been another cultural mix for Friday, April 16. All the very best. Take care. Thank you, Julia. Good to see you, January. All the very best. One love. We are out. Have a good weekend. Thank you so much.
Revealing to man what life's really worth. Yeah. 1,000 years. 1,000 years. 1,000 years of peace. 1,000 years. 1,000 years. 1,000 years of peace.